Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope is no way far from the man she loves these days. So, it wasn't surprising to see her wiretapping in the hallway outside what's now Carter Administrative Suite. Ridge made an unanticipated appearance in the structure that bears his family name, not Hope's or Carter's. He came to see his formerly and potentially unborn friend. Carter's cut, bloody hand represented colorful private meanings, including the loss of his heart. But Hope would fight by saying that Carter has been willing to suffer so that Forrester Creations' future can be created. It was doubtful that FC would go out of business or be unfit to thrive shortly. But that wasn't Carter's main point. The company's one-time head counsel and chief operating officer envisaged a luxury brand metamorphosis. Ridge and Steffi didn't like the idea. Still, Eric's outright rejection fortified Carter's resoluteness. Still no bone can claim that Carter's vision was or is wrong. FC's expansion of working because the jewelry line which Carter brokered back into actuality mega hit. The scent line is coming, and suckers know that Daphne is Steffi's double agent. Hope will probably remain pleased if Carter keeps Brooke and her in power. But Ridge prognosticated that doom would ultimately come. Carter told Hope that he didn't want this plan to unfold the way it had. She knows that her prodding crushed his vacillation when creating the deceptive LLC paperwork. Ridge saw that Carter isn't leading FC. He's fortified by Hope's stimulant and claims of love. Love is always private, so arguing against her intentions is hard. Still, Kay's character believes Carter has again allowed himself to fall too hard and fast. Carter immaculately sees the company expanding as he hopes, with the Forresters back in the superintendent's suite. But it could be that he might only want Ridge back, with Steffi in a different part and Brooke and Hope not losing any power in that restructured commercial arrangement. Brooke is keeping her mind and heart open. She believes that Ridge is fated to return, and they will renew their enduring though sporadic love affair. But Ridge sees this one else. He doesn't deny loving Brooke but feels that Taylor represents the more trusted option, with trust being the crucial factor. The fortune Ridge sees doesn't presently involve Brooke. Rather, it's restoring his family's power in the business his parents innovated decades ago. And he sees that passing soon. Hope is chancing herself each alone at Forrester Creations. When Carter sneakily got Ridge and Steffi to subscribe the LLC's control over to him, it fully changed the company dynamics. The maturity of the family exited in kick, leaving Carter and Hope to take control of the company. Those that remained employed had mixed passions at Stylish, and now it seems that the global luxury brand that Carter envisaged is collapsing due to his own guilt. Brooke was the catalyst for Carter finding his conscience. Brooke took the CEO position when Carter offered it to her, with the intention of staying in his observance. Brooke has claimed to Ridge that taking his job was no way intended to be a treason, but a way to get Carter to do the right thing. Brooke has spent quality time agitating guilt with Carter, emphasizing the fact that this achievement has bring them both the same person, Ridge. It eventually seems to have worked because both of the men admitted that they've missed their fellowship further than anything differently, before participating a tearful clinch. It was nearly painful to watch Hope's incapability to read the room during Ivy's jewelry launch. First of all, Ivy wasn't indeed present for the big day. Secondly, in malignancy of the launch being a success, no bone was actually celebrating. Carter, Brooke, Steffi and everyone differently had egregious mixed feelings while Hope bounced around raving about their palm. Carter eventually was honest with Hope and suggested this success be their way to go out on top, because he feels like a snake. He suggested they apologize for their deceitfulness, a move Hope can't indeed wrap her head around. After realizing that they aren't indeed in the same book let alone on the same runner, Hope stormed out in unbelief. After failing to cheerlead Carter to his senses, Hope ran to the design office to talk to her mama, and set up little support from Brooke. Brooke isn't on Hope's side and had no problem telling her. She tells her that stealing the company was always wrong, and that Carter is also missing his stylish friend. Hope tries to dwindle the impact of Ridge on Carter's life, but fails when Brooke asks why Carter doesn't talk about his family, and rather spends every vacation with the Forresters. Hope doesn't know the answer, which is odd since she has declared her love for him for months now. When Hope doesn't get any support from Brooke, she returns to talk to Carter, and finds him in a bear clinch with Ridge. She believed that she could keep him from dealing with Ridge, and now it has easily happened right under her nose. Hope is literally the only person that believes taking over the company was a wise choice. What do you suppose her coming move will be? Brooke is rejected yet again. Carter reconsiders the achievement. Plus, Daphne and Zend report intel to Steffi. At Forrester Creations, Carter and Hope continue talking. Carter is having dubieties about the preemption. Haven't they proven their point? Ridge didn't question their work, just that he was betrayed. The manipulator claims Ridge is planting seeds in Carter's head. She says they did the right thing and now the company is thriving. Hope says not to let the poisonous reverse in. Also adds that they can indeed find new contrivers. Hope will no way answer to Ridge or Steffi again, however. Carter says in Law Academy they learned about integrity. The director knows his motives were genuine, but it had a high price label. Hope wants to know why Ridge's quality matters further than hers. The fashion developer won't go back to the way effects were. Hope adds that the Forresters treat Carter like a child. Carter embraces, but the susurrus looks uncertain. In the storehouse room at Forrester Creations, Daphne and Zen talk about Ridge showing up at the office. They call Steffi to let her know that Ground are alone together. Taylor overhears the phone call, but isn't concerned, however. He'd still be with her if Ridge really wanted Brooke. Steffi is impressed. Taylor says she's beginning to realize that Brooke is just a mortal being with some good rates. At the Forrester estate, Steffi learns Finn is working a double shift at the sanitarium. After getting the textbook, Steffi addresses to Taylor about the cons of being married to a croaker. The content turns to the preemption. Steffi can face anything because Finn is by her side. At the sanitarium, Finn thinks about Luna being his son. Finn is determined to tell Steffi the verity. Hereafter, Brooke continues telling Ridge that she belongs with him, not Taylor. The FCCO only cares about him. Ridge tells Lover that Hope drove Thomas and Douglas down. Ridge also blames Hope for turning Eric into a settee potato. Ridge blasts Hope for using Carter. Brooke claims her son loves Carter and just wants respect. Ridge prodigies if that's the same kind of love Hope had for Thomas or Finn. They continue fighting. Ridge says Forrester Creations made Hope a star. Now Brooke is supporting Hope's wild scheme. Brooke wants Ridge to stop bringing the kiddies into it. Brooke says he turned to someone differently, she didn't. Also, why are you soliciting for him back, Brooke? It's too late. Brooke is formally lowered. Ridge walks out on her again. New ideas for the Forrester clan. They're determined to get their company back, and are willing to do anything to make it be. Despite Hope hissy fit and Ridge talk, Carter refuses to admit he made a massive mistake when he stole Forrester Creations from a family that considered him one of their own. Carter claims he's guarding the company by moving it into the future. He also says he feels proud of standing up for Hope when Steffi calls her all feathers of sliding names. Hearing that changed a lot of effects for Carter. It indeed made him confess his weird passions for Hope. Ridge tried to play on his fellowship with Carter, but his words did no good. Carter will no way admit he was wrong indeed if he knows deep down inside that he was. When Ridge returns home, he tells Eric and Steffi that he can tell Carter is ready to delve. But he's not relatively there yet. That tracks with the mood Zen reported, giving them all hope but not that hope. In fact, that hope was the only one happy after the jewelry drop. Steffi, Ridge and Eric sit down to communicate a new idea to get the company back. Daphne is still around and might be suitable to pull off her temptation act now that there's a crack in Hope and Carter's relationship. Steffi would love to use her friend again, but Ridge doesn't like playing dirty like that. Can only affect in trouble. Ridge has another idea. He's sure that between him and Brooke Logan, he thinks they can break Carter down. They don't want to hurt the company, but they might have to let Carter fail. Still, Ridge knows he has to leave Hope out of it or Carter will no way give them the time of day.